I go home. I used everything on the bridge. Don't give me this crap. I did everything I could on the bridge. There's nothing left. It's all gone. You guys should be exploded. I used overload on you guys. Oh, an auxiliary console. Oh, I'm glad that was right out in the middle of the open. Oh, but you know what? That didn't even matter. Oh, I got the access codes. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's good. Oh, I love it when you look into a room and then you can't see anything that's like useful at all except for like a little thing in the corner. It looks like it's the same as every other thing you've already come across, and then you establish the plot relevant thing in that room, and then the game like turns the camera around and encourages you to leave the room, and it turns out there's a vital component to the entire game sitting in that room that you just need to look a little bit more around for. That's great. I love it when that happens. Well, I'm glad I checked. I'm glad I didn't have to look it up. That makes me feel a little bit better. Restricted to the frickin' bridge. Alright, we're going back to the bridge. This is fine. This is cool. Everything's cool. Everybody just needs to chill. I think I'm quoting Pulp Fiction when I say that, but that could not be the line, in which case I'm just butchering whatever I'm referencing. Or it could be seen as I'm referencing myself doing my own thing, in which case I get originality points, so I'm going to keep saying it. Alright. Power distribution. Oh, I don't... Okay. Cloaking device disabled. Multiple ships on intercept course. This is fine. That's great. Okay. Actually, I wish I did the second option because that sounded kind of racist, but... Okay, good. You're only on this side. I can deal with that. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, now we can make our escape. I assume we can leave now. I really hope we can leave now. Is it just the Zugs? Where's Visas? Is she fighting her own battles or what? You're with me, right? I saw there were people over there. Well, where is Visas?
Let me have it.
Oh, she's way over there. Oh, she did not fare well. Sorry, hon. Any remains? Nothing. Gotta double check this side. By the way, once again, I know I can level up, but I'm saving it for if there's a super tough fight. I can level up mid-fight and re-heal everything. Buster Rocket, I'll take it. And if not, I'll probably just level up next time I start the next mission. Alright, you guys are... Weren't you guys twins? How are there more of you? Did Atten just not kill you permanently? Also, do you need to talk? Oh wow, yeah, that actually happened. Atten just is an idiot who can't kill anything. Alright, you wanted me to kill and not wound? Here you go. Lost almost 0 health there. That's how I kill. Spinning blade? Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh no, not the cans. You guys were kind of cute. I mean, I've already slaughtered a ton of you, but still.
Take them down.
Where am I going? How do you like that? Is it good for you?
Take them down. How do you like that?
Alright, now can we please leave?
Take them down.
Alright, bye, droid. You are my one friend here, aside from some of the other droids that didn't attack me. Let's go. Oh wow, there's war happening. Alright, well. Bye, Goto. I guess.
I can't believe we just blew up Goto's yacht.
I forgot you were here, honey, honestly.
Yeah, well, you'll understand.
Also,
does
my character even know that she's part of the squad now?
System, it's like the economy, plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is going to be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name.
At least we didn't?
Zez-Kai, whatever it is.
Zez-Kai?
It is hard to keep track of, I will admit that,
Well, that's
Atten.
not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Goto off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa.
Whoa!
It's safe
Hello!
off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble. What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey.
Why would I ever trust this droid? Why would I want it?
As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you.
Also, I killed like
It will
10 of
also
these.
serve as an effective voice
Great. Go toe.
It was not a request. Any attempt to interfere with my duties would be unfortunate. As much as I need you, you will find you will need me as well.
I doubt that.
This droid will prove useful on your journey.
And we're back to Nar Shaddaa.
You have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to wander your old battleground.
Speaking of Kavar, seriously, what's the deal with him?
To Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
This is a harsh option.
I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war, as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know. He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding. No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long. We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you asked because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order.
Wow.
Because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled. And if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know. What I can tell you, I will.
There's a lot of options to kill him here, which is really weird. Did I have that option for the other guys? Well, again, I guess I've only had Rook, because Kavar just ran away like a huge coward.
I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered. No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa.
Well, you did say that, though.
This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing. To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. To be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth. But there is more than that. On Nar Shaddaa, one cannot escape what was left from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulic, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun, as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter effect that is created that strikes back. Exar Kun, Ulic Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force, a wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream.
Thank you for comparing me to all those objectively evil people.
Sometimes
and Revan.
It is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. And I think that maybe, perhaps, to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important.
Wow, he's going on a rant here.
Go, Exile. and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did. Everything you did. Very well. Is that what you think? We did no
I
such
feel like
thing.
they've all told this to
But
me,
it
but
is a
whatever.
technique that has been used as punishment in the past, yes. It is a rare sentence, and to my knowledge, it has only been done once, at a moment
It has
where
only
Jedi
be done.
discipline has failed. What caused your loss, I fear, was different. I am not certain I understand it. We did not understand it fully then, and only recently do I feel we may have become enlightened. The other masters may have more knowledge of this, but I do not. And I do not know if they even live. Does it matter? It seems your power has returned. Perhaps the loss was not a loss at all. Very well. They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life, or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information, without presenting ourselves
I
as
wonder
targets.
if that's
It was part of Kavar's plan.
the fact that, like, all the Jedi being in one place, like, yes, you could just attack them all at once. That's interesting, but I wonder if, I have a fan theory I'm going to start going with of Hancock style. Like, Jedi actually do grow weaker, or at least, like, less aware of threats and dangers if they're around each other. Because that explains Order 66 going down so easily as well. Is, like, if a ton of Jedi are in the same place, they tune out a little bit more. That would be interesting. I want to play around with that. That's something I'm going to toss around in my head for a while.
Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. I do not know where they wander now. There are few of us, though. Too few. And I have not heard from them in some time.
Do I ever get to tell them, It's all about Telos, because that is, like, where we're supposed to meet, right?
Atris, but I had thought she had gone to Qatar with the others. Yes, she holds the last of the Jedi teachings. It is good she survived. Very well. It is a long story, but there is no harm in you knowing.
At least it gives me forewarning, unlike Disciple.
Only a handful of us remained after the Jedi Civil War, barely 100 in number. Then, even that 100 began to vanish, in places where the Force seemed blind. The only pattern we determined is that when Jedi gathered, they were seen no more. At the last Jedi conclave on the Miraluka world of Qatar.
Oh, I didn't realize that's where all the Jedi went to gather.
An entire race destroyed.
Oh, that's really interesting.
It was only
That might have been totally explained earlier, but wow, I'm just now getting that, and that's really interesting.
We could not allow the fact that when we gathered, we placed everything around us at risk. A Jedi's life is sacrifice, but we cannot allow our presence or actions to endanger others. And we cannot fight an enemy that will not reveal itself.
Would not,
But
you
any
could
Jedi,
say.
anyone who is strong in the Force, who attempted to track down such a threat, vanished without a trace. It does, but you must step back to see it. Whatever this threat was, it was targeting us and everything around us. Yet it was somehow weak enough that it was afraid to confront us openly. If it believed us defeated, then perhaps it would finally show itself. It was a faint hope, but it was the best we had. It was Kavar's plan. He was always the greatest tactician among us, and had seen war more than the rest of us.
That might be the last question, but...
Very well.
Alright, that's enough. Actually, ask us.
So the records of your trial were found. Good. Sometimes I think this galaxy would be a better place if there were less Jedi secrets. But I have no answer for you, as much as I would like to give one. We vowed never to speak of it. And although I would not keep promises to Jedi, I keep promises I make to others. And
Oh,
Kavar
okay.
was a friend. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I can say nothing.
Alright, that's it.
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them. No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet,
This guy's got a
you were
cool
the only
voice.
one who
I'll say
came
that.
back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us, and may carry with it our destruction.
That's
Perhaps
dire.
there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now?
Why? Why does this keep happening?
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed.
What?
But we have spoken enough.
What?
In words I think dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This form you may have always
Okay,
seen
alright.
much of.
I thought we were just gonna, like, duel to the death all of a sudden.
It is fitting to speak using elements of the past, I think. Ataru is the name given to the movements of this form. Though it is aggressive, it is focused, and its best use is in combat against a single opponent. This form is somewhat less useful in deflecting blaster shots. Use it when dealing with opponents in close combat, not against a battalion firing heavy blasters at you. Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave.
Oh wait, yeah, no, we're supposed to be
Gather
at
the others,
Dantooine, not
I will meet you there.
Telos. Whatever.
Thank you, exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Okay, we did it. Gang's all here, yeah! Alright.